What's going on, y'all? It's Datboy Walt back with another video. This time we'll be going over some sparring I had yesterday. As you can see, it's me and a bigger fighter named Micah Hunt in there. He's also my bro, my big bro, and he used to fight professionally a couple years back, and unfortunately had an accident that ended up getting him hurt, so he doesn't fight professionally anymore, and now he just trains people in the gym that you see that we're sparring at. This is round number one, and right now, we're just in here kind of testing the water and stuff like that. And this is not our first round, period. This is just the first round of our repeated rounds of going back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? And I've been working my southpaw a lot, so of course you see me in my southpaw stance practicing that. You know, I'm still not very comfortable with it. Still got a lot to learn about it, but as you can see, I'm trying it. That's the whole point of sparring. It ain't to hurt people. It's all about trying stuff. Even though we were warm from other rounds of sparring that we had, we still decided to fill each other out simply because we know the danger both of us pose. Him being a lot bigger and explosive, me being a lot smaller, faster, and have a lot better cardio. He's going to try to say something about that in the video, but he already knows what's going on. I definitely got a better cardio and stuff. We both got our own little attributes. So anyway, once again, I'm working my southpaw. I've been working at a lot, landing a good jab right there. Just taking my time, just trying to see what I can find. I need to stop. Well, now I'm starting to circle to the right, but at first you saw me circling to the left. I need to stop doing that simply because of the fact that I'm taking away my advantages being a southpaw doing that. So that's definitely a tip that I'm giving to you guys and that I'm also giving to myself as I'm going over this video. Yeah, guys, as a southpaw, you primarily want to be circling to the right. Not always, but a lot of the time you want to be circling to the right so you can get that left hand off nice and smooth and easy and also land that right hook better. You just want to, take advantage of the ability to be able to get a dominant angle on whoever you're with. So he's doing a real good job cutting that ring off to make sure I'm circling to the right, which is cool because as you see, I got my defense tight. I know what's coming. It's either going to be an overhand or a straight right. So I know what's up. You know what I'm saying? And so now we're in the middle. We're in a 50-50, and that's what I like to call it when you guys are both standing in front of each other, not cutting an angle, which is fine to be there. You just got to understand that if you can land, he can land from that position. And as you can see, all right, now I clinch up. Guys, you see how I hold his arms? When you clinch, you need to make sure you have the person extremely tight because if you don't, they're going to be able to punch their way out of it. That's very important. As you can see, as the round goes along, I'm starting to try to work my way to the right. You know what I'm saying? Good head movement right there. I'm getting more comfortable with it as it goes. And that's what's really cool about sparring and sparring often and sparring with good people is that the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it and the better you are. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, don't be afraid to try something to sparring. Sparring is the time to try stuff because you shouldn't be going out there trying stuff in a fight. You know what I mean? So definitely be okay with trying stuff to sparring. So now I'm back to orthodox. All right, that's my normal traditional stance. All right. Taking my time, seeing if I can find any shots. I'm a lot more comfortable with orthodox, as you can see. You know what I mean? Playing with my jab a little bit. He's trying to see what he can time off of me. That was a good jab that he landed. Good jab I landed back. Then, got him like 4 on. Good head movement. Good work, back and forth. Always fantastic work with Micah. Throw wide overhand. Missed that, thankfully, because that would have knocked my shit loose. So I'm glad he didn't land that. Good defense for me. Definitely caught that cross. Don't be confused. Definitely caught it. You got to watch. Make sure you actually seeing and make sure you actually knowing what you're talking about. Good block from him. He's really good at his cross guard stance. I actually picked up the cross guard off him as well. So if you're wondering what that stance is that we're using, that is not a Philly show. It's called a cross guard. Meaning I got one hand over top of the other and I'm using my hand and my forearm to catch and not my shoulder. No shoulder rolling. Nothing wrong with the shoulder roll. It's just not the style me and Michael use. We tend to use a high guard, cross guard hybrid. All right, now we're just seeing what we can land on each other. He's loving throwing that overhand, but he ain't getting one on me this sparring session simply because I knew it was coming. You know what I'm saying? That's a perk of, once again, understanding your sparring partner, knowing your sparring partner. So right now we should be feinting a lot more. That's one thing I did want to work on. That was a good cross that I landed, but that's one thing I did want to work on more was feinting. That was a good check hook for him. And that's something that I suggest you guys also work on. Feint a lot more to open up opportunities instead of just walking in. Right now, good technical, clean work from both of us. You know what I'm saying? We're both throwing solid, hard shots, but at the same time, we're not getting off balance or out of place or out of posture, and we're making sure we're maintaining good defense and good offense. And you know what I'm saying? It's just overall clean, good work, and that's what you want out of sparring because even though I believe hard sparring is definitely a huge part of the game, like, man, don't be out there hard sparring making a bunch of mistakes. That means throwing your chin up, not moving your head, standing in the same place, like things that are going to get you hurt. Like, learn to work on things. Learn how to box. Learn how to pressure people. Learn how to do different things that's going to be able to translate to the ring. We both changed some check hooks right there. Then crazy. Ooh, good movement from me. I'm loving that. I've been working on that. Good shoulder roll. You know what I'm saying? Good roll from him. Just overall, great work from both of us. Good jabs. My jab was on 10 in the sparring session. I ain't going to even hold you. Just overall, solid, beautiful work. You know what I'm saying? Both of us are real conscious of what's happening. We know to clinch when we need it, and we know when to punch and when not to punch. Just overall, just real solid, man. I'm really happy about what we were doing in there. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to also make sure your sparring partner is as good as you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's really good just to watch and see how far we both have come. He's gotten a lot better at his punch output. I've gotten a hell of a lot better at my defense. It's just beautiful work. You know, even in that exchange that you saw earlier, like, man, we both really didn't get hit with too much other than some glancing shots. Good work. Round number 3 right here, and, you know, now I'm back orthodox again. I think I'm going to start switching in this round, but we'll see. I don't remember, to be honest with you. Playing with the jab a little bit. Yep, playing with the jab. You don't have to throw everything 100%. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just play something out there just to see what they're going to do. Not everything has to be a full-blown power shot. Great jabs from Micah. You know, he's really good at boxing. He didn't used to be like that. He used to be just a pressure fighter at one point, but over time, he's gotten a lot better at his boxing skill. I'm taking my time, you know, collecting data and stuff like that. I know he's landing some jabs. I know he's moving around. Could be doing a little, oh, nice jab for myself. Taking my time. I'm really happy about the fact that I don't rush as much as I used to. I'm starting to pick and see my shots a lot more. That's a huge part of the game, especially the professional game. It's not rushing because you will rush your ass right into a punch. So keep that in mind as well. Back to southpaw. Now I'm switching it up. Good jab. Taking my time. Good jab again. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to find my openings with my southpaw. Still need to work on cutting that angle. Nice cross. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, as you can see, I'm getting a lot more comfortable with that southpaw, man. And one thing that I've learned about this is if you keep doing something over and over and over again, you keep beating that technique in your head like I've talked about in previous videos, eventually, you know what I'm saying, it's going to work out for you. Eventually, it's going to get better. All right, I'm playing with that jab a little bit, seeing when I can land. We both just kind of touching each other with stuff, see if we could get some big shots off. You know what I mean? Really glad I fixed that rushing problem that I had. Now I'm back to orthodox. All right, seeing what I can land off my orthodox since my southpaw wasn't getting anywhere. That's a good thing about learning how to switch hit. You know what I'm saying? You can't land something from one angle. You can turn the other way, see if you can land from that other. So it's always good to learn things, right? I've been fighting for like 6 years, been training for like 8. And like that's one of the main things I've learned over time is like, man, there is nothing wrong with staying a student of the game. In fact, I suggest you stay a student of the game. So right now we're still just kind of throwing long, stiff jabs out there, seeing what we can find. Nothing crazy. Nothing's landing. You know what I'm saying? Even if you think it's landing, ain't nothing landing right now on either side other than some glancing shots. Right now we're both being really patient. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do with people who are skilled, right? You don't want to rush into a punch because we're both going to definitely take advantage of the opportunity to drop the other if possible. You know what I'm saying? It's never happened on either side, but you damn right we're going to take the opportunity to sauce the other up. So we're both being really smart and just taking our time. Oh, that was a nice, good little switch for me. All right, still pretty good defense. You know what I'm saying? I didn't land that, you know. Once again, great cross-guard defense from him. Just taking our time. Nothing landed from that. I was mad, actually, in that exchange. I was like, damn, bro, his defense has gotten a lot better because I didn't land anything out of that, like 4 or 5 punch combination. But it's all good. I'm definitely going to tap that dome real soon. Boom, just like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He blocked that one that time, but I definitely got him on that. Round 4. All right, back southpaw. Looks like I'm back playing with my southpaw again. You know, so I really need to work on. That's the main thing I've learned from watching this video. I love studying myself, is that I really need to work on moving to my right to get that angle. I really suggest if you work in southpaw for the first time is to really work on that footwork. And of course I work on my footwork, but I definitely could use some more help just because, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not a natural southpaw. So it'll be good for me to constantly go over those basics so I can, you know, get better and better. Because in this game, if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. So keep that in mind. Always be willing to work on something. So right now, back switching to southpaw. That was a good switch because I got to land a good jab off that. Got to land a couple shots. Nothing too significant, but I got to, score some points and stuff. And that's what it's all about. Just trying to find things to land, look for those different openings. That's the difference between a professional style and an amateur style. Understanding that you don't have to throw 1,000 punches around, but make the punches that you throw count either for a point or hurting them. Back to orthodox, just playing with the jab again, working my cross guard now, making sure he don't get any shots off on me. I'm really glad he taught me that cross guard because it's definitely helped out a lot over time. Good jabs, man. Great jabs. Just playing around at this point, moving around, working on stuff. Good defense. Clinch, guys. When you buy that rope, clinch. Either clinch or circle. You got to do one or the other. Don't just sit there and be stuck. Good body shot from him. Now we're both just kind of figuring it out, finding out what we can land. You know what I'm saying? Not rushing anything, taking our time, trying to see what we can find. Good body shots from him. Good cross from me. Back in orthodox. You know what I'm saying? Way to tie up. That was very smart of him, guys. If you're in a bad position, bro, there's nothing wrong with clinching. Don't forget that. Nothing wrong with clinching just to make sure you don't get any points scored on you or you don't get hurt. Good head movement from him. I definitely was trying to set him up. Great head movement. All right, now we're just trying to see what we can land off each other. A lot of boxing really is like a waiting game. You know what I mean? Like, you don't really just rush in there and just throw punches like a street fight. Like, you're taking your time. You're just seeing what you can find. Like, you're not just going to go in there willy-nilly and just start throwing stuff simply because like, the other person can throw hands just like you. Just overall good work. You know what I'm saying? Just giving each other different looks, giving each other a pressure look, giving each other a boxing look. Me switching. You know what I'm saying? See when I can land on them. Ooh, good up jab. Just trying to find and see different things. Ooh, good uppercut. Beautiful combination for myself. You know what I'm saying? Glad like I didn't rush that because I was able to land that uppercut perfectly. All right, back to the clinch. Once again, if you're getting touched, you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with clinching. You know what I'm saying? We both do it multiple times in this sparring session. Simply to avoid damage. I believe this is round 5 or 6. I can't remember. I kind of lost track, but that's all good. We're here for the sparring and the technique. So I'm back in southpaw. I told y'all I've been playing a lot with that southpaw, guys. Working a lot on that southpaw, trying to get comfortable with it. You know what I mean? Good to keep working on things so you can always have something in the vault because you never know, man. One day you might get in a fight with somebody. You might be like, damn, my southpaw is working a lot better than my orthodox. And I remember a buddy of mine literally just knocked the dude out with southpaw, and he used to be terrible at southpaw, and he's been working on it for years, and he scored a crazy knockout. So never be afraid to work on something because it can work out for you at the end of the day. Just be ready, you know what I'm saying, for different things that might come your way when you're working a different stance because I will say one thing about working southpaw. Man, the punches come at a different angle, and you're not used to seeing them, so you're more likely to get caught and hurt with something if you're not used to seeing it. All right, that's how people get hurt. Not being used to the punch that is coming at him from that angle and then get stunned. So just make sure you have tight, good defense when you're working a new stance. But as you can see, he's starting to go for a lot of body shot combinations, but I got my elbows down and I'm covering. Nice uppercut for myself. Another good uppercut. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm really starting to get loose a little bit. Starting to see and a lot of things that pick a lot of good shots. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm back in orthodox. Landed 2 good jabs because he didn't see that switch 9 times out of 10. The good thing about working with a professional boxer is, like, when you land 1 or 2 good shots, like 9 times out of 10, if he's a good boxer, you're not going to be able to get that 3rd or 4th off because he has good defense. Unless you're fast like me, because I was able to get off a couple jabs. But anyway, back clenched up, you know what I'm saying, making sure that none of us take any more extra damage, that's what you want to do. That's part of boxing. Good work. This was good body shots that he scored right there, but I got abs still. I ain't worried about it. You know what I mean? We're both in there in the 50-50 again. Remember, 50-50, anybody can land from that. Good elbow defense right there. Good rolls. Both just great work on the inside now. Great work on the inside. All right, now we're clinched up once again. If you're getting touched or who knows, maybe you might need to take a breather, man, grab them. There's nothing wrong with grabbing them to make sure you don't take any extra damage. Don't forget that. It's not a bad thing to have to grab somebody to make sure that you're safe at the end of the day. It's all about staying safe. Really good stuff, man. Just Overall, just great boxing work. You know what I'm saying? We got some good inside work going on now. Good rolls, good body shots off the rolls, not leaving anything off the table, just making sure I'm working on something. You see, I got my cross guard up, making sure he's not scoring any extra points on me. Just overall, just good defense and good offense. Uh-oh, good uppercut. Solid. Really happy about the fact that I was cutting angles in this because, once again, try different things like cutting angles and stuff because you might be able to land something off of it. You never know. So always be willing to try something different. All right, on to the next round. Still in my southpaw. Really happy that I played with my southpaw a lot because, like I said, it's getting a lot better. You know what I mean? I want to try to work my my defense and my footwork just a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely coming along, man. It's definitely coming along. Definitely coming along. Some good jabs right there. None of them significant or landed really hard, but good work overall. Really need to work on, that time I did, it was cutting off the ring a lot better. Cutting off the ring really good right now. All right, that was good body work from him. Way to be smart, but then I came back with my own combination. So, you know, good work overall. Some little pitter-patter punches from him. That didn't feel like shit. No offense, Micah, but that wasn't nothing. Good work, good head movement from him. It's overall solid stuff right now. Good clinch, you know what I'm saying? Making sure nothing happens. Make sure no extra points are landed. It's overall good jab right there. Good defense from me. Make sure those body shots weren't landing. Little pitter-patter punches from me just to keep him thinking. Nothing hard, though. It's overall good work right now. You know what I mean? Good defense, making sure you got them hands up, blocking, rolling, throwing some good uppercuts on the inside. Just good work. Overall good work. Not leaving anything on the table. Just fucking working. Just great work. And still moving around. Now I'm getting real loose, trying to see what I can find. Back in my southpaw again. Now I'm doing a lot of switching, clenched him up a little bit just to make sure he didn't get anything off. Got the head to make sure like I got full control of his body. You know what I mean? But when you clinch, make sure you're grabbing something that you can have full control, whether that be the head, the arms, and the chest. Just make sure you have full control. All right, back in orthodox. Throw him a long jab, some play jabs, good little hook uppercut combination right there. Nothing landing right now. Good uppercut off the slip. That was nice. Good playing with a couple jabs. We're both just trying to see what we can find. I'm starting to get real loose, though. Starting to see what I can find. All right, playing with that long guard a little bit, a little feinting. Got to do more of that. Definitely got to do more of that next round. Good head movement because he was coming. Good clinch to make sure there wasn't nothing coming back at me. You know, just overall solid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Solid stuff. Good work on the inside. We're both defending ourselves real well while being so close in. Overall, solid stuff. Good body work. You know what I'm saying? Good defense, making sure none of us get hit with a hard shot. Got some clinching action going on. Try to get an uppercut. Didn't land. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make sure I don't get hit with nothing. Good defense. Oh, he got off a little punch right there. I got off a couple. Just a change. I'm pretty sure this is the last little bit of the round because we're both kind of going in. You know what I mean? And back clenched up. You know what I'm saying? Clinching is a great tactic also to tire somebody out. Talking a lot about clinching because it's really good to use it. I believe this is the last round right here, right? And so now, once again, we're just taking our time. We always start the round out seeing what we can land. Don't just rush into something. Great jab from him. He landed a great jab right there. You know what I'm saying? Just taking our time, making sure nothing that's significant gets off. Good roll. Landed a good little body shot off of that. He landed one right back because I should have moved, but we're both in the 50-50, which is cool because we're both landing back and forth right now. But one of us needs to take control, right? So one of us needs to take control. So I'm starting to up the volume a little bit, see if I can score more points on him. That was a good little cross right there off the slip. Good little jab to make sure I can stop his hook coming in. You know what I'm saying? Just overall solid stuff. You know what I mean? Good jabs. Again, I like to turn my jab into an up jab so I can cut through that guard. That works really well. Good little body jabs, keep him busy. Good little up jab again. Good little combination right there when he's coming in. That's all reaction and timing right there. All right, good movement. I knew he was coming, so I decided to move around. Remember, moving around also takes time off that clock, which means, oh, hold on. Boom! I forgot about that one. Had to show that. Great uppercut. That was the best punch of the sparring session, easily. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm trying to pull a little Roy Jones and stuff. I'm about to pay for it in a second, though. You about to see. You know, moving around, playing around. Should have gave him a little bit more to think about. He about to score a little shot soon, and glue. He got me with that one. I was like, oh, shit. Didn't hurt or nothing, but it still, you know, it just caught me lacking. You know what I'm saying? Overall, good stuff. Clinched him up. Make sure I ain't take no further damage in southpaw. All right, playing with the shots. We're both practicing good defense. That was a good body shot that you couldn't see, but I was happy that I landed that because I've been trying to learn how to land a slip body shot like that for a long time. Got him clinched up against the ropes. See what happens from here. We're both just kind of working, doing a little dirty boxing. Nothing crazy. Ali in the background saying something. I couldn't hear nothing he was saying. I don't know what he was saying. Oh, good little work right there. Good slip, good head movement right there. Oh, good 1-2. Ooh, just good stuff. Good work. Good combination work. Good. Did a little rabbit punch. I pushed him off. Good body shot from myself. It's overall good work now. Good little Fabio hair flick right there. You know, I got that good hair, so, you know, I had to goddamn flick that bit one time. Good little jabs I'm landing on him and stuff like that. Walked away because I landed my points that I wanted to land to make sure he doesn't get it back. Now I'm moving my head on the ropes. He threw that over and hard as shit, but he missed it. I'm playing with my defense a lot right now. Missed it again. Great defense. Good slipping, guys. Make sure you have good head movement. That is important.